So studied we have completed the wool, the full process of processing of wool, everything we have completed. Today another animal fiber that is known as silk we are going to complete. So just try to understand, the silk is nothing but a animal fiber only. It is obtained from silkworm or caterpillar larva. And you know Karnataka is the largest producer of silk, and rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is known as sericulture. So once again I am telling you, sericulture is nothing but a science of rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk, and the scientific name of this one silkworm is Morus alba. And now we'll teach something in detail about silkworm. Dear cadets, remember silkworm is basically cultured in Morus alba leaf, that is one type of mulberry trees leaves. And you know the mulberry trees leaves scientific name is Morus alba. So on Morus alba, or you can say mulberry leaves, plant leaves, they are being reared, and from there only silk is obtained. So remember, Morus alba is the scientific name of mulberry trees leaves. Yes. So there are some more information regarding the silk. Silk is nothing but chemically a protein. There are different variety of silk like tussar silk, Muga silk, Kosa silk. The mulberry silk is the most common silk mark. That these different variety of silk, they are found in different parts of India, but the most common variety of silk is mulberry silk, and it is very costly also. Try to understand, silkworm will have different stages of life, and laying of eggs, cocoon stage, pupa stage, there are so many stages, but the most important life history stage of silk moth is cocoon stage. From cocoon only now silk fibers will be obtained. We'll tell you each and everything in detail. Right now just note down this one.
Go.
Dear cadets, there are some more information regarding silk. China is the leading producer of silk. Another important information is Karnataka is the leading producer of silk in India. Now try to understand here. Now how silk is produced? How silk is produced by the silkworm? So we will understand this one in the life cycle of silk moth. So just see, its first cycle is, the first step of its life history is laying of eggs by female silk moth. You know female silk moth that lays egg on the mulberry leaves, and it hatch into larva. That larva is known as caterpillar larva, and that this silkworm or caterpillar larva feeds on mulberry leaves and grows, and afterwards it secretes the fiber which are made of protein. So chemically silk are nothing but a protein, and later on this fiber is only known as silk fiber. Now third stage of life history of silk moth is cocoon stage. This is very important stage. Actually in this stage silkworm form one protective covering around the insect larva. Means it spin around a fibers protective covering around it, and on exposure to the air that only hardens. So remember, cocoon stage is very important stage. In this stage insect larva spin around a protective covering around itself, and on exposure to air it hardens. The fourth stage is pupa stage. In this stage inside the cocoon stage, developing moth turn around. So pupa stage is developed inside the cocoon. It grows inside the cocoon, and this is not much important, but for the development of adult silk moth, this is the important. Now fifth stage is opening up of cocoon and adult silk moth comes out. So after pupa stage, cocoon will be burst out, and after bursting, adult silk moth will come out. Next 6 number process is molting. What is the next number process? Molting. So molting is nothing but a shedding of silk moth skin. 6 times, 4 times. If good variety of silk moth is there, many more time it will shed their skin, and good quality of silk will be obtained. So in molting, setting of its skin will be important. And now 7 number stage is obtaining of silk yarn. Please remember, here place is less, that is why I have written in very small letter. 7th number stage is obtaining of silk yarn. So once it will shed their skin, so it will have one fibers. Those fibers are only known as silk yarn. थोड़ा मैं बोल दूं क्या? So dear cadets, now the life history of silk moth is over. Now let us have one video about the discovery of silk. It is a very interesting video. Please just watch.
Silk is one of the most prized fabrics in the world. Most people love to wear silk apparels on special and auspicious occasions. Silk is obtained from silkworms, which are cultured on commercial scale to obtain silk. But have you ever wondered that how this fiber was discovered 5,000 years back by the mankind? According to an old Chinese legend, silk was discovered by a Chinese empress. She found some white worms eating out the leaves of the mulberry trees in her garden. She noticed that worms were spinning shiny cocoons around them. She collected some of those cocoons. Accidentally, one of the cocoons dropped into her cup of tea. She noticed that the cocoon was actually made from a long thread that was both strong and soft. In this way, the fiber of silk was discovered, but Chinese guarded the secret of silk for over 1,000 years. Afterwards, traders and travelers introduced silk to various parts of the world. Silk was introduced in India about 1900 years ago. The story of its introduction is related to a Chinese princess who married an Indian prince. She was very fond of silk fabric, and therefore she brought silkworm eggs to India in her headdress and fed them with the leaves of Indian mulberry trees, initiating the silk production in India. Currently, world's production of silk is estimated to be around 1,25,000 metric tons per year. China holds top position with production of about 80% of the world's silk. India is also a leading producer, accounting for 10% of the world production. India is the world's second largest producer and consumer of silk and its products.
So dear cadets, already I have explained you the life cycle of silk moth. So now to understand this one in better way, let us have one animated video. You will understand in better way.
Silk is an important fiber. It is obtained from silk moth. The silk moth feeds on fresh mulberry leaves. The female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. The larvae hatch from eggs in about 14 days. The larva, called caterpillar or silkworm, eats day and night and increases enormously in size. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillar stops eating and enters the next stage of its life cycle called pupa. It first weaves a net to hold itself, then it swings its head from side to side. During these movements of the head, caterpillars secrete fiber made of protein. This hardens on exposure to air and becomes silk fiber. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fiber. This covering is known as cocoon. Further development of the moth continues inside the cocoon, which grows into silk moth.
So dear cadets, already I have explained you the life stages of silk moth. There also I told you that cocoon stage is very important. From cocoon stage only we can obtain the silk. So try to understand obtaining silk from cocoon stage. It follows following steps. So just see, first one is to obtain the silk from cocoon. The first thing is rearing silkworms. When you rear the silkworms, then what is there? You will obtain the cocoon stage. In cocoon stage, you can obtain the silk, and that silk can be processed into silk fibers under following steps. First, what should be there? Reeling should be there, then spinning should be there, then weaving should be there. So what I am going to explain you, how to obtain silk from cocoon stage. These are the steps, and one by one I will explain you. So to obtain the silk from cocoon stage, these are the steps. Already I have taught you in the life stages, but in detailed study of all stages, it is like that. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. These eggs are stored carefully at a suitable temperature. The eggs hatch to produce larvae, which are called caterpillar or silkworm. The larvae are kept in a clean boxes where they feed on fresh mulberry leaf for about 20 to 30 days and grow in size. So remember this one. Once again I am repeating this one. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs on mulberry leaves, and these eggs are stored carefully at a suitable temperature. When these eggs are hatched, then caterpillar or silkworms are obtained, and these larvae, they are kept in the boxes, and mulberry leaves are feed there so that they can get their food, and they will be there from 25 to 30 days, and they will increase their size enormously there. The caterpillar larva, they will secrete a liquid around itself, and on exposure to the air, that will harden, means that fiber will be hardened, and that fiber itself is known as silk. And this outer covering of silk, means this outer covering of fiber, that stage is known as cocoon stage. The silkworm develop into silk moth inside the cocoon. So now next step is there for processing of silk. So we have obtained the silk from cocoon stage. So that outer covering which on exposure become hard, now how it can be processed into silk. So the processing of silk can be divided into three steps: reeling, spinning of fiber and weaving. So just see. Reeling. What is the meaning of reeling? After gathering all the cocoons, the insect inside them are killed by boiling or keeping them in ovens. And the silk fiber is obtained from the cocoons. This process is called reeling. So what do you mean by reeling of the silk? Obtaining silk from the cocoon stage. This is known as reeling. Once again, obtaining silk from the silk fiber from the cocoon stage, this is known as reeling, and this is very important stage. Once reeling is done in a special machine which unwind the fibers of the silk from the cocoons. Now second step, okay, reeling is done. Now you have obtained the silk fibers from the cocoon stage. Now their unwinding is also over. Now reeling is important. Spinning is important. It is the process in which the silk fibers are twisted together to form yarn. So spinning is the process of twisting of yarn together. It is done manually or by machine. So manual spinning and machine spinning, both are there. But nowadays machine spinning is very popular. Now the last one is processing of silk is weaving. A silk cloth is made by weaving of yarn or threads. Now uses of silk. So there are variety of uses of silk like wall hangings, sari. Now carpet making, dress making, so many things are there, and these things are very costly. Dear cadets, now we are in the last leg of this chapter. That is here I am going to discuss here diseases caused due to wool and sericulture industry. So the workers who are engaged in the wool and sericulture industry, they are suffering from some diseases. The first disease is Sartor disease. This is one type of fatal blood disease, and this is arises due to the anthrax bacterium. And this disease is very dangerous, and now most of the workers are suffering from this disease. Another respiratory disease which the workers are getting, those who are working in the wool and sericulture industry, that is asthma and bronchitis. And these diseases are also very lethal or fatal diseases. And now the workers who are working, they themselves and their family members are also suffering from such type of disease. Dear cadets, so in this way this chapter is almost finished. So what today I have covered, again I am recapitulating it. Today I have started with the silk. That is one of the important animal fibers. Then I taught you the definition of sericulture, then life stages of silk moth, then cocoon to silk, how you will obtain the silk from cocoon stage, reeling of the silk, then processing of the silk, spinning of the silk, weaving of the silk, different life stages, their explanation. Then at the end I have covered Sartor disease, bronchitis, asthma, all those diseases which are found in the workers who are working in the sericulture industry and wool industry. Different varieties of silk, muga, tussar, mulberry silk is the important silk moth. These things I have already covered. Now this is the time to check your knowledge. Whatever thing I have covered today, I am giving you some questions and you have to write their answer and send to my personal WhatsApp number. Don't send to any group. What is sericulture? What is cocoon? What is reeling of the silk? Draw the diagram of different stages of life history of silk moth. These diagrams in one of the animation I have given you. Do you know why I am including these animation? I know that you are not having the book, but if you see these animations and video, by putting the pause button, you can draw their diagram and you can forward to me. Thank you.